It's too hot and humid for baking today, and that's why we let Charmy and Christy do it for us. Welcome back.
Thank you to have me. Thanks.
So it is hot, but we are talking about baking.
We're talking about baking. It's not a good baking day, but we're inside an air-conditioned studio, so we're safe. Today we're going to make some galettes, and I love galettes because they're the best free-form dessert that you can make, because you can't really screw them up because they're supposed to be messy.
Okay,
they're supposed to look. So you can make big ones, or you can make individual ones. This is what we're talking about, right? Yes, and I made some individual ones. That's what we're going to do today. The big ones, I've got this pastry board. You can see that it's got a big pie's worth or a small one. Can you see that?
That's
so
neat.
about 14-inch round would make one big galette, or a 7-inch round would make the individual ones. So I've done some rolled pastry. I'll just put this down. And I'm going to do the messy stuff, and you can do the neat stuff.
Sounds good.
Now with this round, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get you to pick whether or not you want blueberry or raspberry, or blueberry and raspberry.
Both. I like both.
Okay, so I'm going to take about 3/4 of a cup worth of berries and mix them up.
Okay.
In the meantime, what I'm going to get you to do is take a scoop of this almond paste. It's called frangipane or frangipane if you're British, or frangipane if you're American. And just put 1 scoop in the middle.
Okay.
And then I'm going to get you to, that makes it nice and uniform. I'm going to get you to spread it with a knife and leave about 2 inches around the edge, and that's going to form the base. It's going to give a nice little bit of flavor on the bottom, and it's also going to show me where to stop spreading the berries.
Okay.
So I've got about 3/4 of a cup of berries, and I've got some sugar that has some cornstarch in it, and a little bit of vanilla. And I used vanilla powder. I'm sprinkling it on there. That will soak up all the juices, and then we just give it a little toss. And what's beautiful about this is if you can make a pie out of it, you can make a galette. So you can do blueberries or peaches or rhubarb or cherries, whatever happens to be in season. You can make individual ones so that people get what they like. If they like frangipane, then they can have it. If they can't have nuts, then they don't need to.
Right.
And then you simply put it in. Oh, see, it's messy already. It's messy already. Put it in the middle, and you want to pile it up. And you will have escapees, you will have that. You pile it all up, and then you fold the edges over. So you want it about 2 inches, so that you fold and hold. The bigger ones are a little bit easier, but I like the little ones because they're a little bit more fun. And then I'll hold them together and just press a little bit, and that is the galette. Now what I'm going to get you to do is pick up the pastry brush, and there's the egg wash in the little blue cup.
Okay.
And what you do is you simply brush the outside with a little bit of the egg wash.
Okay.
And what that will do is that will make it beautiful and golden brown, and it'll look even nicer.
Right.
You can see on the other galettes that there's a little bit of a golden brown look to it.
There we go.
Yeah. And then what we do is we sprinkle a little bit of that sugar. It's called raw sugar, or the fancy name is turbinado. So you just grab and sprinkle it around. If you don't have the big sugar, what you can do is you can use regular granulated sugar.
Okay, but
the only difference it is you get the little bit of crunch. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to just take a few dots of butter, just a few, and this is the messy part too. About 2 or 3 little dots of butter.
This is the French part, right?
Well, normally in the almond paste, there is a lot of butter, but I find that with the butter pastry, you don't need a lot of butter in the almonds. So what I do is I don't put any, and then I get to put the butter on the top. And you can do jam. They're as flexible as you want them to be. What I've done on my website today is I posted links to 3 different galette recipes. Each one has a different take. One is made with puff pastry.
There it is, right there.
Yeah, one is made with puff pastry. So if you don't like to make your own pastry, you can go to the store and make a rectangular galette with the roll of puff pastry. You just roll it out, and instead of making it round, you would just turn up the edges on the rectangle. If you have a favorite pie pastry, use your favorite pie pastry. And if you don't like baking at all, you can just you can ask somebody to do do it for you because these are fun.
I wanted to let people know just before we run out of time that normally they have to find your recipes on your blog, your website.
Yes.
But there's some good news for you.
There is. Soon they'll be able to find the recipes in my book. I'm working with HarperCollins to have a baking book called The Messy Baker. So we're starting with a galette, and it should be out next fall.
Very good. Congratulations.
Thank you.
We'll have you back then. And before then.
Or
too.
before, I hope.
Yeah. And we showed you Charmian's website where you can get this. It's christiescorner.com. We have a link on our website under links and numbers. We're going to take a break now. Ahead in sports, another tough injury for the Toronto Blue